You ever heard a song that you think is really shit? A song that makes you wonder how did that become a hit? Sometimes you need to hear a discussion about that in regular podcast format. Well, there's a lot of bad songs that we're gonna attack. 1,001 steaming piles of crap. I'm telling you the truth, you know that we don't lie. Here's 1,001 songs that make you wanna die. Oh.
And now, here's your hosts, Zav, Bevo, Dan, and Gypsy.
This is 1,001 Songs That Make You Want to Die, the podcast where we offer no helpful advice for anyone whose life has gone to complete shit. Yep, that's pretty much it. We're going to do I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts.
I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, just there for you.
Now,
Oh, what a fucking song.
you might be like, what the fuck is that? A little show called Frines?
Compadres.
F.R.I.E.N.D.S.
It's about a bunch of people that sit around in fountains.
Not once in the show do they go to that fountain.
No, no.
I thought it was about a Dutch painter
episode
who was
they do.
born in 1606.
Who? David Duchovny?
Schwimmer.
Fuck
David
you all.
Schwimmer.
Okay. The first
David
verse.
Schwimmer.
So no one told you life was going to be this way. Your job's a joke. You're broke. Your love life's DOA. It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But that's the first verse.
I hate to sound like a broken record here, but if it hasn't been your day, okay, things go wrong. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hasn't been your week, very doable. Things go wrong. Sometimes it carries over.
Yeah.
Your month, start to think about maybe it's you.
This is back to you're the issue here.
Yeah. If your whole year is going bad,
Maybe you're
or
a
if you're stuck
fuckwit.
in second gear, maybe it's you.
Although,
Rachel?
can I just say, we also
Maybe
just
it's you,
finished
Rachel.
We all just finished 2020. I feel like people aren't so like, oh my god, you had a bad year anymore.
It's like there's
that's
been
just
a
everyone had a bad
global
fucking year.
pandemic.
Although it would be
Yeah,
fun
big time.
just to go around just at shops and stuff like that and really complain to, the person at the cash register or something, like how there's like this pandemic and I haven't been able to do anything. It just really refer to it all about you and what it's done to you, and don't refer to the fact that it was the entire world at all.
I got really hit hard by this pandemic.
Yeah.
I just wanted to.
Have you-
I mean, look, I didn't want to rage tonight, but
You started
When
at
my
rage.
phone-
Rage, Zach.
You
Just
started
when my
at
phone-
rage.
Just rage.
when my phone stopped working at the start, then I decided that I was going to talk about this.
That
point.
I would choose rage.
And I know it's early. I mean, it's late in the evening, but it's early in the
Just
episode.
send it. Just send it.
I have never, ever, ever understood why there'd be any need for the American system of writing the date to be month, day, year. Okay?
Oh,
ever.
fucking
Ever.
infuriating.
There is
Yep.
literally no fucking genuine sense to why it should be month, day,
No.
year.
You say that about a lot of American things.
I fucking hate America and I hate Americans. I'll fucking say that on record. Fuck me.
Our friends,
I
though.
think, I think that to do month, day, year just is like the most anti-sensical thing I've ever.
Almost as antisensical
Antisensical.
as saying the word antisensical.
Yes,
They
Are you
don't
saying you're
use
exactly why I use
They
that
also
fucking
don't
term.
use the metric system.
Don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, look,
Sounds
that I
like you're
can
racist, is
that
what
that
I'm
I
trying to
can
say.
get
Really?
past.
Can
That's
you get
fine.
past the fact that
Yes.
0 is like... No, minus 32 is 0.
I'll tell you. Actually, recently I read a thing. I read a thing that was like talking about the Americans not using the metric system, and I'd never thought of it like this before. And it actually sort of changed my perspective a little bit. It was saying that it's almost the equivalent of changing your language. So for any generation in America to decide to adopt the metric system, every single person would have to sit there and go, yeah, that's a kilo. And then go, okay, fuck, in my head, how many pounds is that?
Hold on,
And,
Gavin.
you know, oh,
Gavin.
we're going a kilometer, and how many feet or yards is that? That whole concept is just like, it's like changing language.
Gavin,
You've got to adjust. You've got to adjust your entire way of thinking. If someone says that's 20 meters away, you're like, I know what the fuck.
You do
that
know
means.
that
That's
the metric system wasn't used in Australia like forever, right? Like they converted over to it
Very recently.
Yeah, it's fucking doable.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not
It's
doable.
just-
I'm just saying that like I can understand a stickler for
Nah,
it more so
Fuck him.
now.
I'm with Zav. Fuck him.
Anyway, look, what I wanted to
No,
say
I
was,
agree. Fuck him, but also like I understand the hesitancy.
I
That's all.
just
sympathise with
this,
it to some extent.
This whole the way that this song is and the thing that it's become, and
Why are you the way that you are?
I reckon you'd be. I reckon
Why are you doing this to me?
You would struggle to find an American, maybe under the age of like 5, who doesn't know this song and every single word.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows this
When
song.
you say every single word, are you talking verse 2
No.
and
the first
definitely-
verse and the chorus.
Sorry. The first verse.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever.
Claps.
Because I don't.
right up to the clap?
Anyway, whatever. They literally say day, week, month. Why couldn't that fucking stick with people and just give someone the thought like, you know what? Fuck.
Yeah.
Day, week, month. Hey, why don't we change our fucking stupid fucking system?
You can't even blame it on the rhyme. They're rhyming year with year, so they could have gone, if it hasn't been your day, your month, your week, or even your year. Like, they really could have done it.
but that doesn't make sense.
They could have. And why didn't
If
they?
it hasn't been your,
Seriously,
no, it
why
would have been-
didn't they?
It would have been if it hasn't been your month, your day, your week, or even your year.
Because
Regardless,
we,
yeah, makes no
who
sense.
don't use the month, day, year method, like no one here ever says, it's probably a couple of days, maybe a month, like a week or whatever. Like, I don't know how to fucking explain it, but like I'm pretty sure Americans would say like month, week, year. Like that's how they would say things because that's how it's written.
Americans tend to
days.
say things like, it's June 4th, where we would say it's the 4th of June.
Yeah, but
It's September 11.
Yeah.
I love Chibs just now.
It's like I like
He's remembering so fondly.
because I like that it's
Yeah.
gone to September 11 already, and then it's just like always remember September
got-
11. It's like, yep, the 11th of September. Got it.
the 11th.
Got it.
Yeah. If I'm on, generally we make it to 9/11
Pretty quick.
Oh fuck! Sorry, Dan's not here.
No, that's true.
Gavin's here instead. So fuck.
Gavin's here,
Um,
yeah.
I
But
think we
like
forgot to
it
do-
should
we
be
forgot to do that on this
11-9.
one.
It should be 11-9.
It should be 11/9. What happened on 11/9? 11/9 was an inside job.
Now,
It shouldn't have ever happened.
It's the same as how, like-
but it has. So we just got to fucking rectify it the way we say it. That's all I'm saying.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense for 0 to be freezing and 100% to be boiling. And then they just went, no, fuck that. It'll be like, what's 100 degrees is like a pretty hot day.
that's like
but
130 something degrees. it's like
Oh,
what?
it just.
Fahrenheit.
Sorry,
If
yeah,
anyone
Fahrenheit.
can
Fuck
explain
off.
it
What
to
about
me,
what about
I would love to know.
Yeah.
I would love to. I would love to hear a fucking
isn't
genuine
absolute,
reason.
Isn't absolute 0 negative 273 degrees Celsius?
I'm not a fucking
I'm talking
geologist,
water.
cunt.
Boiling point, freezing point. Easy. Bingo. Let's go.
Now,
Put it in the fridge. Let's go.
first line of this song, right? So no one told you it was going to be this way. What fucking pessimistic fuckwit like is telling the child like, now sit down, Johnny. Let me tell you, your job's going to be a joke. You're probably going to be broke. Love life, dead on arrival.
You're not getting any pussy.
Yeah. It's like the most fucking depressing thing. It's like, what? So no one told you? Zav?
Do you reckon the person whose job is a joke works at a bar? Like horse walks into a bar.
I like that.
I
like that.
want to
logic a
know,
lot.
Zav.
I sort of thought that this seemed more like. Sorry, I'll let Zav speak.
What
Chips.
What would happen if you were always stuck in second gear to your car?
Dubby Energy has declared war! on Big Energy, who probably support ISIS. If you want an energy drink with no maltodextrin, no artificial colours, and no kickbacks that fund insurrections in the Middle East, then look no further. So head on over to w.gg and use the promo code 1001songs, that's the number 1001, for 10% off price of purchase. And remember, kids, if it's not Derby, it's ISIS.
طويلة من الجهاد والصبر.
All right, mate. Welcome to Zav's Garage.
Yeah,
Hates parts.
Here we go.
What have we got in today, mate? You can't get out of second gear.
Stuck in
Right.
second, mate.
Okay.
No matter where I've been driving up and down the highway. Fucking second gear won't come out of it.
It depends on what your stall is on your gearbox. So most gearboxes tend to stall at a certain RPM. So if you're in second gear and you get to sort of... If you want to get to work on time and you're in second gear, you might struggle because usually second gear kind of caps out at about maybe 70 kilometers an hour.
I was going to say, have to be.
It would just be like, yeah, fucking that's the sound.
So,
What's it gonna bottom out at? What are you gonna stall at in second gear?
is it just going to stall out, or is it going to fuck something completely?
It's not going to stall out. No, it'll just sit at a
Very
fucking,
high
it'll
revs,
just sit
isn't
at
it?
high revs.
And what's that going to do
just
to your
stop.
engine?
Oh, it won't. You know what? It'll actually not do much for a while. Like you could probably run it for a while before your engine decides to just
a week,
kill itself.
a month.
Yeah.
But you could stall in second gear though.
Yes, but only if you went below a certain
Yeah,
revs,
yeah.
not if
No,
you
but
went
that's what I'm
above.
saying. What's the trigger point to stall in second gear? Below what? Below 500 or 1K revs, or what do we reckon?
About
This is
5.
the shittest episode of
400.
Friends ever.
500.
I'm just curious.
About below 500.
You're stuck
About
in
that,
second
yeah.
gear.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck,
Whatever
Pivot.
the idle is for your car. Most cars are set to 500 to 1,000.
Yeah,
so.
okay.
All right. Well, off of cars, I sort of got the impression that he's talking. It sounds like he's talking about a personal relationship here. So I feel like it's a personal thing. He's telling a specific friend. It's a close friend. I'll be there for you the whole time. You know what I mean? It sounds like quite a personal me to you message. But that also implies that first couple of lines, he's just absolutely trashing and insulting that friend, saying that like you specifically, that one friend he's thinking of, your job is a joke and you're fucking broke and your love life's fucking dead on arrival, but I'll be there for you.
It's like a
That's
drill
just like-
sergeant or something, like breaking their spirit so he can rebuild
Yeah,
them.
exactly. This guy's definitely gaslighting his poor fucking shit jobbed friend. Can I also add, I feel like the love life being DOA, it's like he's obviously not, that's, you're not getting any sex is basically what that line's saying.
Oh,
And then he goes on
I
to
thought
say-
he was saying he's a necrophiliac.
Yeah, that works too.
Like-
that works
Yeah, that
too.
works. That works.
Like,
Yeah, I
you
actually
know,
prefer
your
that.
job's a
I
joke.
prefer
You're going to
that,
be
Chips.
broke, and you're going to be fucking
And you're
dead
fucking another
bodies.
corpse. You're doing the old Ed Gein up in this bitch. I get that, and I like that, but also I feel like my interpretation was that if his love life's non-existent, shall we say, him saying "I'll be there for you" is just like "I'll fuck you."
I'll touch your dick.
Yeah, look, like, you're having a rough trot. Your love life's DOA. I'll be here for you to fuck around with it or whatever. I don't know.
So he's making a move
Also
on
just
him.
wanted to-
He's making a move on him in the chorus.
Yeah, he's gonna give him a bro job.
I just wanted to quickly say, I want to just real quick, just go back to this whole US month day year thing. I just found an article by news.com.au, which is like an actual genuinely
Little
relatively
news site,
reputable.
yep.
They have literally said the American format did not cause as much confusion as the date was usually written out in full. So once they abbreviate it to numbers instead of like the month written down, the British Empire drifted towards the European style of day-month year. However, America stuck with month, day, year, while the rest of the world moved to a more logical
Yeah,
format.
there you go.
They
just
literally
keeps
called
happening,
America
though.
out for being illogical, and that's great.
It truly is illogical.
They're like
Yeah.
they're like the only country that still use the metric system. One of them,
Do you mean the
anyway.
imperial system? Or...
That's exactly what I mean.
Okay, the chorus.
Just making sure you're
The
still
chorus.
awake.
Barely.
I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you because you're there for me too.
What do they do if they're both they both need each other? Like, oh, who's going to come to who? Like, if I come to you, then are you coming to me or am I coming to
Meet
you? Because
halfway.
if we both are coming for each other.
They're going to cross in the middle at some point
Yeah.
and each not be where the other one needs
Correct.
them to be.
Mm.
Very conditional too. Like if you weren't there for me, are you still going to be there? Am I still going to be there
No.
for you?
It's back to the
Yeah, it's pretty much
gaslighting.
saying I'll only be there for
It's
you,
just-
but
yeah.
that's only because you're there for me. If you weren't there for me, I wouldn't be there
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
like you miss
It's a
one.
conditional relationship.
Yeah.
You guys want to meet up for lunch? No, I can't make it. Oh, you're
Yeah,
fucked then.
yeah. You're
it.
dead to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this whole thing of like, you know, like I've been there before. It's like, well, if you've been there before, why is my day, week, month, and entire year been shithouse? Like, what? This keeps
Yeah, what are you
fucking
doing?
happening over and over again.
Sort your shit out,
Yeah.
for fuck's
God
sake.
damn it.
We all know that one friend that's just like fucking everything up constantly. For me, it's this guy named Zav. But it's just like, you know, you just
That's
like
fine.
pull
Yeah,
your
yep.
shit together. Pull your fucking shit together.
Now,
Yep. Sorry.
we get to the section where it becomes blatantly obvious that it was tacked on to turn this into a single and not the theme song of a TV show. Because there is a second verse to this song.
Yeah, yeah. there
You're
is.
And
kidding.
it is
Middle eight.
so goddamn obvious that it was not given the same
was-
thought
it
or
was
time
tacked on.
as,
It was
as the
tacked on.
first. Here we go. The second verse. You're still in bed at 10 and work began at 8. You've burned your breakfast. So far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world was brought you down to your knees that.
So no one told him life is going to be this way, but his mother.
Warned
Fucking
told
told
him
him
there was-
exactly
yeah.
that.
Can I just
Which
say,
one is it, mate?
Well,
on my, yeah,
burning your breakfast, for one. What's he cooking?
Cornflakes.
Yeah, yeah.
The best, you know when you're cooking bacon and you get those real nice burnt bits up the edges, and it's just like every time I make bacon, it's got those real nice crispy fucking burnt bits up the edges, and you're just like, I've done this exactly correct.
This just sounds.
This guy's about to have a fantastic
Yeah,
day.
this sounds to me like. So his mum basically said to him, "Look, one day you're going to burn your breakfast and sleep in."
In that order.
And then he's just like, "No!"
And then his creepy friends come in with the shoulder massage. He's like, but don't worry, I'll be there
Uncle
for you.
Joe will be here for you.
I'm starting to get very concerned about my mental health now because that is me every single
Burning
morning.
your breakfast and sleeping in.
Yeah.
What excuse are you coming up with if you've slept until 10 and you're meant to be at work at 8? Like, you're not going to go in, right? You've got to come up with some reason to not show up, because if you've woken up at 10 and you were meant to have been, you start work at 8, means you probably should have got there at least, what, like 2:45, 10 to 8. So by the time you wake up,
someone's been calling you for an
get
hour.
ready, get into work, like half the day's over. You're not going in.
Okay, what's the latest? What's the latest you've ever gone into work? Each of you. What's the latest you've fucked up and had to go to work?
Oh,
Fucked up and gone to work.
Today- Actually, today
You fucked up today?
I didn't fuck up, but there was a bit of a childcare issue.
Sure.
So went in at 12:30,
Instead of
9:30.
that's pretty impressive.
That's all right. I was meant to work a Sunday at the guitar shop once. I went out to Newtown on a Saturday night and I missed the last train home.
Yeah,
doesn't get into
So I was like, I'm just going to go. So I was meant to get to work at 11, I think. I think that's when Sundays were. 11. I was like, I'm going to make sure I put my phone on charge and I'll go to sleep and get up and walk to the train station in the morning. I passed out on my mate's couch, didn't charge my phone, woke up in Sydney at 1 o'clock, got to work at 2:45 and worked the last 15 minutes of that
Amazing.
shift.
Who were you working
Amazing.
with?
Adrian
Oh,
James.
he would.
Oh,
AGM would have had your back.
Yeah.
He would have sworn up and down that you were there from
Yeah.
fucking the moment the door opened. That guy is
And
a
to this
hero.
day,
That guy's the
to this
salt,
day-
salt of the fucking earth. That guy.
He truly is. If I don't
Yeah.
think he listens to this podcast at all, but if he does, fucking AGM, give me a call, man. We need to hang out.
I
Jesus
was thinking about him
Christ.
the other day,
Yeah.
actually.
To this
Yeah.
day, how many hours is that? It's meant to be 4 hours.
Yeah.
I got paid for 4 but worked 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I owe them
Quality. That's quality.
I
Time theft.
yeah, time theft is what that's called.
I once went when I worked at Woolworths. I went on time. I clocked in, and then I left, and then I came back and clocked out at the end of my shift.
You've told me about this Woolworths
Yeah.
thing before.
Wow.
So
how did you?
I wasn't.
How'd you manage
I
it?
no one said anything. I just was curious to see if like you could do it,
It would work.
Yeah. and
That's dangerous to know that it does
and
work.
it does. anyone working at Woolworths out there, there's so many people kicking about that not everyone can keep track of everyone. And if you just fly under the radar enough, you can go and scan in, disappear for 4 hours, and come back and clock off.
I definitely feel like that probably takes a couple of weeks of like being
Dedicated,
at work, but being able to be not seen while you're at work.
Yeah, you got to figure
so
out.
No one
You got to
really.
figure out. You got to set a plan in motion, but you can do it. Yeah. So here we go.
Anyway,
They smash another chorus out here. The bridge. Is that any different? No one
Yeah, it
could
is.
ever know me. No one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face a day with. Make it through all the rest with. Someone I'll always laugh with. Even at my worst, I'm best with you, yeah?
Fuck, that's a struggle.
Oh, it's a
Jesus.
long.
That
fucking-
is so bad.
Does this guy have like an invisibility cloak or something? It's like, what do you mean no one could ever see you? Here you are, Harry. Put on this cloak and we'll run through the gardens.
Into the
You
girls'
have to,
showers, Harry.
you have to
quickly.
take off your clothes as well.
Harry, it's 10 a.m. Are you still in bed? No. Haha.
There's a game of Quidditch on.
I really hate that bridge. I fucking hate that
It's a
bridge.
bad
Yeah.
bridge.
It's Jesus, that's a bad
Yeah.
I'm
bridge.
definitely not under that bridge. I tell
Nah,
you what.
fuck that shit.
Under
They
the
smash.
bridge
There's a middle
downtown.
8 that they go into. It's just a repeat, all the same shit over and over and over again.
Moving on.
We're done.
Done.
Okay. So the title theme of Friends was initially going to be called Shiny Happy People.
REM.
That's an REM track.
Yes, by
Yeah.
REM.
though. Yeah.
The band
REM
rejected
Brants.
the band rejected the offer. No, they wanted no part of that.
REM Brants. Nice, Ryan. Jesus,
And,
that flew under the
so-
radar. That was a good joke.
So Warner Brothers instead decided to recreate REM sound by enlisting the Rembrandts to write the original theme. But basically went, here's the song we wanted. Can you go and write something that's exactly like this? Sound-wise
Yeah.
and vibe-wise, please.
Did you
Thank
hear
you.
about the time that Ryan would have? Did you hear about the time Doritos tried that with Tom Waits?
No?
No. I haven't.
Oh,
actually.
I'm certain it was Doritos. Doritos tried to get Tom Waits to do a jingle for them. They wanted a real heavy Americana vibe, and he was the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
that
When you
came to
think
mind.
Tom Waits, you think Doritos.
Yeah.
Well, he seemed to be along that logic because he said a huge resounding fuck no, and they hired a Tom Waits impersonator to
Wow.
come in and sing the jingle instead of him, and it sounded obviously exactly like him. They got an impersonator, and he sued Doritos for mimicking his sound and won the
Oh,
lawsuit.
he won.
He
Fuck.
won. They had to
Love
pay
to
him
hear
out.
the
and
Doritos
stop
jingle
using
that
the
sounds
Doritos
like Tom
jingle.
Waits.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
I know, like,
the
how
last thing
fucking
you wanted.
desperate are you, Doritos? Like,
That's exactly it. And
Get a mariachi
Tom Waits sounds
band.
Like he sounds like he's choking on fucking Dorito dust as it is. The last thing you want to be reminding people of is that your mouth's going to be dry from the weed and Doritos the next 12 hours. Fuck's sake. But anyway, they went with it. and
All
they got- they got
all
sued
those
and-
lawsuit papers. I bet they do Doritos.
Jesus.
so the lyrics, the lyrics for "I'll
Don't
Be There
do
for
that.
You."
Anyways, that feels about Mario.
Oh fuck. Anyway, this is Gavin for the last time on podcast.
The lyrics were co-written by Friends producers David Crane and Marta Kaufman, and songwriter Ali Willis. So the actual producers of the show wrote the lyrics for this song. And then the music was composed by Kaufman's husband, Michael Skloff.
Skloff.
Mm.
Fucking
Fake
oh yeah,
name.
Skloff. I remember Skloff from primary school. That was a bad though.
He is a actual composer who just does like movie scores and stuff like that. Happens to be married to one of the producers of Friends. So when they went and said, "Let's get the Rembrandts to do this," but I'm writing the lyrics and my husband is doing the music. It's like, so what the fuck are they going to do?
Sound like REM.
Yeah.
Look on the video.
Um,
Also, I
Bring the
think
Rickenbackers.
obviously we fuck that. We'll get to that. We will. But
We will get to that.
I think we mentioned earlier that it very much did sound like that second half of the song was tacked
Yeah.
on, and I think it's important to mention that it quite literally.
Oh,
was.
well, here we go. The original theme is
Yeah,
under
there you
1
go.
minute long. It was later re-recorded as a 3-minute pop song. After Nashville program director Charlie Quinn, along with the radio announcer and music director Tom Pierce, at the radio station WYHY, basically looped the original short version into a full-length track and started broadcasting it on their radio station.
Mm.
So they just made it. They just went like, okay, we're just going to do the first verse, the chorus, first verse, the chorus, and done. We've got ourselves a good, nice little 2.5 minute track here. We can just smash it out on the radio. So the record label said to the guys in the Rembrandts, all right, you got to finish the song and record it. There was no way to get out of it. Like, their contract was like ironclad. It was like, no, you
Fuck.
will fucking do it. And they're like, oh,
I like
man.
that. The way that you just said that, though, that implies that that's just like a random, a fact. But that is a quote from Phil Solom, the singer. He said, "Our record label said that we had to finish the song and record it. There was no way to get out of
Quote,
it."
unquote.
So clearly, they tried.
But like,
Yeah,
no
quote, unquote.
fucking way.
They literally tried. They were like, "No, we don't want to record the rest of that song." They were like,
It's done.
You
It's
are
done.
going to.
We've done it.
It's done. Record it.
done.
And they had to fucking record
Yeah.
it. Jesus. Imagine me like, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And the record label was like, you are, though.
So I was going.
Definitely
I was
are.
going through the Rembrandts history here, and I noticed that at some point between 1995 and 1998, they became Danny Wilde and the Rembrandts, who is one of the members of the Rembrandts.
What the
He's
fuck?
lead.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Well, I think old mate fucked off. I think Phil Solom must have left for a bit, so he's decided just to keep the Rembrandts, but just put his name at the front of it as well. The other guy. So, they
Hang on. It's Danny Wilde and the Rembrandts.
Yeah.
It was, or whatever.
well, it
But
was
it's
just
two of them.
It was just the Rembrandts. Yeah, it's a 2-piece. And then when Phil Solom left, he changed it to Danny Wilde and the Rembrandts. It was just
oh,
him.
right, okay.
Um,
right.
And then
Can I just say that those two as a duo are attributed with my favorite genre that I've always felt like my niche lies in jangle pop.
Jangle Pop. Yeah.
Jangle
It's
pop.
it's very Beatlesy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. I love that description as a genre, jangle pop.
Um,
And every time I see a band described as jangle pop, I get a little bit excited.
well,
about it.
they both openly admit to having very little to do with writing the song. Like, they're like, look, we really had nothing to do with it at all. But
Yeah.
they still took home an estimated $5 million in royalties
Oh,
Fuck.
Well,
from it.
it's like Friends is just like perpetual syndication. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on Netflix. It's
Yeah.
on
Mm.
everything.
Yeah.
So like people would be hearing that song constantly. I reckon
actually,
Yeah.
somewhere on Earth, someone's listening to this song right now.
guaranteed.
Just because
Every minute.
the producers of Friends, imagine how much money they're fucking making. Like, if they made
Well,
$5
you see at
million
the end-
off their tiny fucking, they probably gave them a 10% like writing credit. Like, not even
Towards
each.
the end of Friends, they were like the cast of Friends were getting like $1 million per episode.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
true.
Each.
That's not their residuals though. Now, like, they'd be getting so much money every year from that. I remember reading an article with the baseball player who was on Seinfeld for a few episodes. He was Elaine's boyfriend, and he was in like 3 episodes of it. And this was last year. I read the article. He said he still gets a check every year for something like $35,000, like every quarter or something.
Every quarter.
Yeah.
Because
But
Seinfeld's the same thing. It's
Yeah,
that
and he was in like
perpetual-
4 episodes of Seinfeld.
incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
So imagine
all you
what
need
those
to
main
do is just
characters.
get on the most popular sitcom
Well,
ever.
Jerry Seinfeld's a billionaire, so yeah,
Is he actually?
yeah.
Has
You
he?
know, Jerry Seinfeld owns one of the few copies of Superman #1 that exists.
There you go.
I'm honestly the least bit surprised by that. You know the trivia about Seinfeld and Superman, right? There's a Superman logo in every single
Yeah.
episode of Seinfeld. Yeah, you
But,
would know that.
copies of Superman #1 are so rare because back in the day, no one thought to keep comics.
Yeah, well, there
And
you go.
yeah, they're worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, so anyway, these guys fucking cleaned up. Now, the production was by Gavin
Good on them.
McKillop, who has produced
Gavin Parkinson.
Fuck wit of a
Yeah.
name. Fuck wit of a name.
MXPX, Sugar Cult, Goo Goo Dolls, and Midnight Oil.
Holy shit, that's a good
Yeah.
list.
Not bad.
That's actually a way better list than the Rembrandts.
Yeah, that's true. But how fucking...
The Rembrandts is the absolute fucking thorn in that crown. Right
yeah,
there.
well, fuck this song though, I guess. Like, I made a note here that it is so goddamn obvious that this was never intended to be anything more than a verse and a chorus. Like, everything else of it is so fucking just chucked together. Yeah.
That fucking bridge bit is just like
Oh,
so bad.
That's
The
a first-
bridge
that's
really
a-
is
has
the low
nothing to
point.
do with
it's
it.
a first
Has nothing
draft.
to do with it.
That's a first draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a demo. It's like a demo that shouldn't have made
Yeah.
the fucking final mix.
I kind of like it.
But how about the
Oh,
harmonies,
you
hey?
dick.
How about those harmonies?
Oh, every time the
Sublime.
episode comes on, any time a
damn.
Friends episode comes on and I'm singing along, I'm like, I'll go to fucking sing the harmony.
Yeah.
Should we
Straight
talk
up.
about the video?
Yeah, tell me about the video, Bevo.
Yeah, right. Once again, Dan Suther's not here, so I'm going to hit it myself.
AIDS has
Hit
struck him
myself.
down.
Hey, me.
Uh,
Yes, me. Hit it. Okay.
Here's the video facts from A to Z, and they're coming at you straight from Ryan B. It's a terrible song, and I know you agree.
It's the music video summary.
With Bevo.
That's me.
Ew. He's gone done
Who
it.
are you? What? Who said that?
What?
Yeah. Is that
It's
Dan
me.
Southern?
Is that
Ryan
Dan?
Beverage
Ah.
presents amazing.
Do I want a
Fits.
beverage? Yeah, I'll have a
Right,
beverage.
Prevents amazing fits.
Hey, what
Can I have a
Not prevents.
Oh,
prevents?
There's
Can I have a gin and
preventing.
tonic, please?
Prevents.
Oi,
amazing
Bevo.
fits.
Yeah.
You reckon my one was probably the best one that's ever been put on there the other day? The
Oh,
coin?
with a coin in the thing. Oh, it was pretty good. I feel like no one's really rating my best one, which
Oh,
was the
get
dog
fucked.
on the floor. Like, you can't tell a dog where to sit. And she was like bee's dick close to the door. Anyway, the friends from Friends yuck it up while the Rembrandts try their best to wring a shred of dignity out of a song that will forever be a 30-second snippet at the top of the world's highest rated sitcom.
Yep, you've nailed
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
The
you guys
only
watch it?
the only note that I made here is how fucking cringeworthy it is watching actors have to act without a script or direction.
My
Improv.
first note is the words very awkward.
Like this whole,
Yeah.
all right, guys, the Rembrandts are just going to play the song. You guys sort of just, some tomfoolery.
just get in there.
just be a bit zany, be a bit wacky.
Just feel
You guys are
feel-
comedic
feel the
actors.
vibe,
Just
feel
do
the
some
vibe.
comedy.
And this is what it reminds me of what a really fucking awkward improv class would be at like a community acting school.
Oh my god, yeah, like drama class where
Yes.
the teacher's taking it
Yes.
fucking seriously.
Yeah.
And you're like,
exactly that.
No, none of this is just the
It's like,
dumbest
oh, okay.
fucking brain killing
Yeah,
shit ever.
because you can tell like the director of this like didn't really care about like them and what they were doing. It was just like this is all like
A friend's
yeah,
thing.
it's
More-
it's a
not
television
Rembrandts thing,
it's
it's a
friend's
television
thing. Yeah.
studio just coming up
Yeah.
with some promo. So like,
Yeah.
oh Ross, he's acting all like, oh, the guy hit my hand away from the piano.
Bossy.
Oh, I'll do this. Although Courtney Cox does murder a drummer at about 1:34.
She does.
Yeah.
She fully fucks
Yeah,
him
yeah.
over.
Can we talk about Ross getting his hand hit away from the piano? At 25 seconds, that pianist looks exactly like Heath Ledger from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, really?
Released in 1999. If you've got the clip, I'm serious. Pull it up, pause at 25 seconds.
Yeah, it does.
And
It does.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck, it
tell me
does.
that's not fucking Heath Ledger.
I
Yeah.
wonder if it is.
It also looks like the guy who plays Michael Hutchins in that In Excess
in the
documentary a couple
the
years
bio-
ago.
bio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on Courtney Cox murdering that drummer,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the last time you see him in the video.
Yeah. Oh, mate,
too.
no, he's dead.
Oh, no.
He's
No,
for sure
back-
dead.
Yeah. Because Courtney Cox then decides
He's
she'll
dead.
drum the rest of the.
Oh yes, no, he did.
I think you also get the vibe here that I don't know if you guys remember this, but I do remember the ads for Friends before it came on Channel 9, like during the footy and stuff. They would come, and the ads for Friends were these just really short things of them all naked, spooning each other, and it was like, what the fuck is this? And it's like,
I'm sorry,
What kind of
just
show is
Friends,
this?
Friends
just-
coming soon.
More than friends.
just quickly, Chibs, are you asking Xavier and I if we remember a television commercial from the year 1995?
I don't know how old you are.
Not old
The
enough
answer
to
is
remember that,
yes.
my friend.
Okay.
The answer is yes,
well,
I remember it.
I
Quite
do
vividly.
remember that, and going, what the fuck is this going to be? And the fact that Courtney Cox was the only sort of semi-famous person in that, which I only knew from Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's actually talk about Friends for just a real quick second.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening.
I reckon Friends is one of those shows where I've never, ever sat down and put on an episode of Friends, but I've seen every single one because they just happen to be on in the background, or I've just been walking past the TV, or TV's on when Friends is on.
I have religiously watched Friends from start to finish about 4 or 5 times in my life now.
Okay, well, I actually had a conversation with Chibs before you two dropped back into this chat where I said that I've literally never seen a single episode of Friends from start to finish. Not one.
But would you be able to tell like the iconic bits and stuff?
In this, yeah, I feel like there's definitely jokes that I know, but how you do it? I don't know. There's shit that I know. It's just like,
How's things?
How are you doing? It sounds like
How
Arnold.
are you
Sounds like
doing?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How are you doing? No, but that's what I mean. It's one of those zeitgeist. As I was growing up, that was
Stinky
popular
dog.
culture. And
You know,
Stinky
Jolly,
dog.
Jolly Travanti. How are ya? You know, David swimming.
David's swimming. Where's he swimming?
but yeah, no, I feel like I see what you're saying, but also like probably to a slight extent, yes, I'd get the pop culture references, but realistically, not hugely.
I just wanted to say, I want to get, yeah, look, Friends, yep, good. It's you either know it or you, yeah. Anyway, look, I just wanted to make a quick thing about the video. Has anyone else noticed that in the bass drum where they've written the Rembrandts in Sharpie, it's reminiscent of when you're a child trying to learn to write on paper and you run out of space.
This is like Aaron Carter. This
That's
is
a real throwback.
This is Aaron Carter's.
It's a huge throwback.
Aaron Carter's fucking sign for the.
It is. I have mentioned this
yeah.
before. I thought
Yeah.
that when those words were coming out of my
They
mouth,
run.
then it
They
sounded
run out of
familiar,
room. Yeah.
But yeah, recently
They're like,
huge
well, we forgot the
backlash from
T.
Friends.
It's almost like they forgot. They like when they were writing it out. They're like, "Fuck, do we really have to put this stupid, unnecessary T in the Rembrandts?"
The funny thing is, I just clicked on a random second of the film clip because I didn't have it pulled up at the frame you're referring to. I just randomly clicked and I landed at 48 seconds, and there's a very clear shot of the bass drum, and they've 100% written the Rembrandts and forgotten the T. They've
Forgotten the T,
absolutely
yeah.
added that T at some
And
point.
it's not
later.
even. It's
Look
literally
at 48
it's,
seconds.
It's
Those fucking
handwritten.
guys have
It's
slipped that T in much later.
Could you imagine in the production meeting though? It's like, can we get a new bass drum? No, it's not on the budget. And then Courtney
Yeah.
Cox is like, when am I getting my $1.2 million for this video?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
coming, Courtney.
I know.
It's coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There's also a moment at 1 minute and 15 seconds where Matthew Perry, he's sort of tapping the tambourine against his leg, and he does it for like 1 second, and then he stops and touches his thigh and sort of like
as if
hobbles
he's
off
injured
screen
himself?
like he's fucked himself up. Have you like? And I get that because like the whole. I think Brian Kirsten knows this. Like when you're tambourining and shit, if you're smacking a tambourine on your thigh, that shit hurts. Like
Eventually, yeah.
big time Kimra vibes on that sort of thing. But like at the same time, he touches his thigh with this tambourine
Very
and
lightly. Yes.
very lightly, and then stops and
Yeah.
looks like, oh my god, I've injured myself, and walks
Again,
off set.
it's that bullshit like
cringy.
actors trying to act.
It's cringy.
Yeah, and being able to like, it's so out of the moment, like of what the TV show is, that it's obvious that they're just trying that hard. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
embarrassing and cringeworthy to watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
big time.
any YouTube comments or
Wait, before
whatever?
we get to the comments, I think someone mentioned it a moment ago, but there is an awful lot of guitar porn in this film clip.
Oh.
Say what
I
you
don't
want
give
about
a
the
fuck.
quality of the
I
clip.
don't care.
Shut the fuck up, Chibs.
I will
Zav,
end. I
Brian,
will end this fucking podcast right now if you start talking about guitars.
Ding, ding, ding.
Rickenbacker, man. Holy shit.
Ring, ding, ding.
I don't care.
Oh, how many models are there?
Oh.
It ends up being about 4 or 5.
There's
in the
about
end.
4 or 5 Ricks in this film clip.
Yeah.
Now, and all of them are fucking
Who
banging.
gives a fuck? Have you got a?
I feel like Gavin wrote them all down, and now he's not
No.
allowed to say them.
I
I'm
swear to
gonna
God, I'm not doing it. I'm fucking not.
We'll turn this podcast around.
Have you got a set list, Bevo?
I do have a set list. I picked a good
Wait,
one.
wait. Sorry. YouTube film clips.
You
Sorry,
had
comments,
your
YouTube
chance
comments.
for that, mate, and you decided to talk about guitars.
I'll just talk over you for the next 5 minutes.
I
if
can
have
mute
to.
your
There was a-
mic.
Okay, I want to say my one YouTube comment.
Go.
I've only got one. Go for
All
it.
right. Rickenbacker 400.
All right. Things getting
I
better.
actually have.
I'm muting. I'm going to mute microphones. I swear to God, I will.
I actually have what I thought was quite a relevant comment. So, who have we got? Mr. Arndux has said, "I think we can all agree that Friends will never get old." And my only response to that is, if you take one look at Matt LeBlanc these days, that might suggest
Actually,
otherwise.
you know what? Matt LeBlanc might have aged the fucking best out of all of these people.
Matt LeBlanc is no. You know who has not?
Matthew Perry looks dreadful.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry looks dreadful. I think the one who genuinely looks good is David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer
I think he
he's
looks pretty good.
ageless, that guy.
Also,
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, she's still hot
Yeah,
as fuck.
look.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she's old.
You wouldn't kick her out of your
No,
head, though,
look,
would
she
ya?
is getting to the point now where she's got like old like hands and old features, and you might think, oh, Jennifer Aniston, wow, and then you realize, oh wait, I'm fucking an old lady.
I've got
How
one
old
more
is she
YouTube
now?
comment. Just a quick one.
Yeah, go for
This
it.
is Nomad 777 10 months ago. Lyrics are damn true. I listen this every Sunday.
Fuck.
all right.
Gretchen, like, Saturday morning, Sunday night. Ring diddle ding 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 ding. Just
Ring ding 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 ding.
30 seconds every Sunday.
Jennifer Aniston's
Ritual.
only 52. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not that old.
yeah, it's not that
I
old.
didn't say she's that fucking old. I said she's getting old.
I think you said that you at some point when you were looking at her hands realized that you were banging an old
She's
woman. Is that what you said?
She's got old 50-year-old hands.
50-year-old
David
well-
Schwimmer is from a town called
50-year-old
Flushing.
well experienced.
Yeah.
Did you know that Flushing is a town?
Flushing Meadows?
Flushing Queens.
Yeah. That's where
Flushing
that's where the US
Flushing Queens.
what's the
Don't flush
what's
Queens.
the
That's
ten,
where
what's the
the
tennis
nanny's from.
What's the tennis thing in New York?
The American Open.
Whatever. That's where it is.
John McEnroe.
Johnny,
He was working
Uh,
at a barber shop in
all right.
Flushing Queens.
All right,
set list, Bevo.
Set list. All right, it's an 18-song set list. 2
Again.
sets and an
18
encore.
songs.
2-song
How do I have
encore.
that many songs?
Chibsy, where would you play?
They
I'll Be
don't.
There For
They
You?
don't play it.
You reckon they don't play
This
it?
is the one time where it's like I'm going to go trick question. They don't play it.
Okay. Zav?
If they don't play it last, I am going to die.
Gavin?
I'm going first. Fuck it.
Oh,
We've
it's
got-
a good opener. I would,
Yeah.
It's a solid opener.
I feel like
Um,
I'm going first with it.
Peak
The fact
nerd.
that you agreed with me makes me think that it's almost certainly not first. Just so you know, but I'm sticking with first. Fuck it.
16th out of 18 songs. So it's the
Fucking
last
What the fuck?
song. It's the last song in the set, but before the encore.
Who the fuck would stick around for an encore from them?
No one.
after they've played that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'd be
That
walking
as
out.
the last song of the whole set is
Yeah.
the only play.
Yeah.
But also or an open.
All right.
My
Good
opinion.
opener, though.
Tiny
Good
bit of
opener.
legacy. The song was released as the first single from the group's third studio album, reaching the top 10 in Australia, New Zealand, and Norway, as well as Ireland and the UK in both 95 and 97 for some reason.
It got re-released.
Yeah, okay. So in Canada, the song reached number 1 for 5 weeks and was the highest selling single of 1995. While in the United States, the song reached number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the Billboard Hot 100 airplay chart for 8 weeks. This thing got flogged on the radio.
Wow.
In 2009, the song was
Love that song.
the song was listed by Blender as one of the 50 worst songs ever.
Holy shit.
Blender Magazine, 50 worst songs ever.
Yeah,
That's
and this is in it.
heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Danny Wilde's net worth as of 2021. He is one of the Rembrandts. What would you say his net worth is, Zav?
5 million.
Gavin?
I was going 3 mil.
Bevo?
Well, we're talking. You got the residuals.
I did say they
there,
got
don't
5 million as a.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I reckon he's blown all that. Yeah, I'm sticking with 3.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm sticking
yeah.
with.
we? I'm going to go high. I'm going to say 15.
It's 1. 1 million.
Oh, shit. I come in hot
Oh,
today.
too many Rickenbackers.
1 million.
Fucking hell.
Now,
That's not a lot.
no, now Phil.
That's not
Now
much.
Phil Solomon. I won't let you guess this because when I was googling it and going through a few of the different like net worth websites, I came across the most fucking specific number that I'm like, either he put this in or his fucking ex-wife did. 'Cause-
Or someone's hacked his
yeah,
CUA
yeah,
account.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's got Phil Solomon's net worth is $248,336.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
Maybe he had 2.5 and just like spent a little bit.
Just a bit.
I feel like the
Yeah.
IRS are investigating him at this stage.
How's that?
He
though?
was as he was filling it in. He was like, "It's this," and then he's like, "Oh, that's right. I bought a coffee this morning."
Doesn't this stink of like we've got a hit here? We've just got $5 million. Look, we're gonna have more hits. Like
Yeah,
we're
put
the
it straight
Rembrandts.
in your
Blow
recording.
it.
We're the Rembrandts.
Blow it.
Yeah.
They did have another hit. Do you remember that song that that's just the way it is, baby?
Well, hits.
We'll be riding on the horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's in the way
Yeah.
that you move.
I did listen to that, but I'm like, I know that song, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think they would have made their friends' money on it.
Yeah, you're not popping that at the start. Of
No,
the
not at all.
show.
Not at all. Okay, let's rate this shit.
Motherfuckers, this is it. Now it's time to rate this shit.
All right.
All right. How many friends out of 10 would you murder? 10 being all of them, and 1 being one of them. What do you give
There's
this
only
out of?
6 of them, mate.
What do you give?
Come
What do
on.
you give out of 10, Gav?
This one, I feel like a lot of people would probably have some sort of, real joyous attachment to it because of the show. I don't have that. I think it's a real fucking piece of shit. I'm going 9. The only reason it doesn't get a 10 is quite literally because of
It's
that little
it's
full clap
as good
action.
as Kim Kardashian's song.
Chips. What did I rate that
A
song?
9.
Did I?
I thought you gave it something like that.
I feel like you should always know what you want to rate a song, and even if you've forgotten, then you should just think about the number that you had last time and just remember. So come on, Gavin,
just
give us the
remember.
real number, you bozo.
You fucking. Anyway, we're talking about this song. I give this song a fucking 9.
Okay, 9.
I feel like it's a real piece of shit.
All right, Bevo.
Well, shout out to Ray who recommended this song for us to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, big time.
I bet you thought I was going to hate it. Fucking love it.
I didn't think you hated
loves
it.
It's good.
What do you got for
it's
it?
real
What do you
good.
got for it?
1.
All right.
There you go. Zav?
Yeah, this song is it's friends, it's memories, it's euphoria,
The vibe.
it's everything.
It's
the
me, you and
vibe.
Dom.
It's Marbo. It's it's fucking it's really good. And the fact that I hear it all the fucking time still doesn't faze me. I will sing to it till the day I die. I give it a 0.
Loves it.
Okay.
Loves it.
Okay.
Um,
You're a real piece of shit too. Cool.
I'll give it a 6.
Fair.
Yeah. All right, go and fuck yourselves.
This is Joni from the Friends
Yeah.
saying, "How are you doing?"
How are you all doing?
Oh,
This is
God.
Randler.
I feel like
Could I be any more podcast?
Oh my God.
All I'll say on those scores is that I feel like each of you is heavily influenced by your perception of the show.
This is
And I'm
this is
rating
gross.
I'm rating
I'm
this song.
sad.
I'm rating this song.
I'm sad.
not the show that's tied me to
I
the
think the
memories
song
of
is
the
great.
song.
Dinosaurs.
You think this, Zav? You think the song's great because you think the
You know
show's
why,
great.
Gavin?
Yeah.
Because you're there for me too.
Hi everyone, it's Dan here from 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. I'm here today to let you know that our podcast is now available on Patreon. That's right, for as little as $2 a month, you can now support this podcast rather than listen to it for free, effectively stealing the food out of the mouths of our starving children. There's one of them now. So why not join us on Patreon? You get bonus stuff each month, and you can even be a guest on the podcast if you want. Now, doesn't that sound better than making our poor children starve? Oh, kids are great, aren't they? Anyway, on with today's episode.